Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder. I can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass to your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Two and yo two. What's up, my people? How you guys doing out there today? What is happening on FlyNubianQueen.com? I gotta get a little higher than this. What's happening on the Fly Nubians? I gotta let my chair up a little bit because I feel like I'm a little low. Mike, you said this is your kind of rap. Thank you, brother. Oh Lord, don't let the senior citizen over here fall. Okay, I think I'm a little bit higher. I think I'm right where I need to be. All right. What's up, Stan? What's up, Stan the man? Yes, that is Constance Carter. I drop bars. I got bars. The great thing is that a few of my agents, we got bars too. I'm Constance Carter, and I am the CEO of Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. We are the largest African-American owned real estate firm in California. And that song that you happen to hear, that was actually my verse to a song called 222 We Got You. That's on iTunes, and we got it on YouTube, and it's a cool little music. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just so you can kind of see. And this was not even part of my thing, but I want you to see the 222 We Got You video, and I want you to go over to the Catalyst page, and I want you to share it with all your friends because I want everybody to see what it is that we're doing over here at Catalyst. We really, our goal and our mission is really to help everybody create generational wealth, and I created this company out of the necessity and the need to do that, to help our people get in position to create legacies. And we're always doing all kinds of stuff like this where we are just trying to engage folks in the process. A lot of people have access to a lot of wealth building opportunities that we don't have access to. And my whole mission in life is just to help others to be able to do the same. So I'm gonna show you. This is the video we did. That's Aisha, Angela, Marcella, Constance Carter, that's me.
Ladies, if you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. We got you. Yeah, we got you. 2 years taxes, 2 months bank, 2 pay stubs. You ain't even gotta worry about HUD. Cause if you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you.
I heard that you've been shopping. I heard that rent ain't dropping. Taisha here with Catalyst. Let me give you options. Now that rates are dropping at an all-time low, you can quickly get approved with a 640. You know, you can just walk in. Down payment, steady income. I'll arrange it. I'll find you a safe haven. Imagine all that you'd be saving. I'm patient. And I even work with sellers off the market so fast, it'll make that wind jealous.
If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. 2 years taxes, 2 months bank, 2 pay stubs. You ain't even gotta worry about HUD. Cause if you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you.
From the valley to the bay to LA, I can list your house and have it sold in just a day. First time buyers, you can come my way, or even if you're investing or you wanna upgrade. Okay, my name is Angela. I've been here 30 years, helping people buy their dreams and throw away their fears. Single moms, divorcees, vets, or you have an empty nest, you'll invest like a boss with acres like Rick Ross.
If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. 2 years taxes, 2 months bank, 2 pay stubs. You ain't even gotta worry about HUD. Cause if you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Your two, and your two. Then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. 2 years, taxes, 2 months, bank, 2 pay stubs. You ain't even worry about HUD. Cause if you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you.
Last but never least, it's your girl Marthella. When it comes to getting a house, no excuses, fellas. I'm not just an agent, but I always keep you building wealth. Buy your first home from me and keep your credit in good health. Marthella Keys program is everything you need it to be. Build your portfolio and also build your legacy. It's biblical. You should have 7 streams of income. So if there's a disaster, you'll be well off and then some.
You got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you.
What y'all think about that? So let me just tell you the idea behind that before we get into our discussion tonight. Let me just say that the idea behind that 222 we got you is the first young lady who Taisha. She's always doing skits and stuff like that because she just really wants to, you know, she has a really cool sense of humor, really great personality, and she always just wants to kind of engage folks. And so she was like, I'm gonna do a rap. And I was like, okay, cool. I said, can I get in on it? And I was like, you know, I got bars. And she let me get in on it. So it wasn't even my rap, but I just kind of hopped in on it and just kind of, and then we added some other people from the office. But really, Catalyst Real Estate Professionals, we're the largest African-American owned real estate firm in the state of California. And the cool thing about what we do is I just have a bunch of agents who are like-minded and who just really want to help our people to be able to create their wealth and legacy plan. But more importantly, I want to just come here tonight, every night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, to share with you all the nuggets that I have that has helped me. So not only do I own this real estate company, I also own one of the largest co-working spaces in the Sacramento, California area, as well as I'm an investor in cannabis, dispensaries, greenhouses, real estate. I flip houses. I do all of these things. I have best-selling books. I have t-shirt line. I have all of these revenue streams that I really want to help others to be able to do the same thing. So I do a Q&A every Tuesday on ConstanceCarterVIP.com. And so this Tuesday, we talked about a whole lot of stuff, but some of the questions that came up was, you know, how do I start my website to where I can have an e-commerce site? And we talked about that. How do you start an e-commerce site? Well, then I gave them the step by step in order to do that, because I have an e-commerce site, a drop shipping site where I'm just collecting money. So that's just another revenue stream that comes in. My books, that's just another revenue stream. So if you want to learn how to write a book, if you want to learn how to get a home loan, if you want to know how to get your credit right, I got a best-selling book on credit, so that you can go into ConstanceCarterVIP.com and we have a Q&A session. And I'm doing this for you. This is my gift to the community. I coach people and I charge $2,000 a month to coach people. But my gift to you and this community is to do this VIP. And so that's what that's about. But right now, I want to make sure that you're sharing this information out with all of your people, because the content that we have tonight is going to help. Is going to help take you to 2021. And as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight, I was thinking about where I stood this day last year. How many of you can remember where you stood on December 30th, 2019? What were you saying to yourself? And I want you to put that in the comments box. Were you saying that 2020 was going to be your best year ever? How many people was saying that 2020, like year vision, it's going to be my best year ever? Because I know that was one of the things that I said. I just looked at a video that came up in my Facebook memories and I was like, 2020 is about to be a movie. I had just bought this building, this $1 million building, and it's a beautiful space. I just closed on it today, 1 year ago. And I had all these big plans and I was going to expand and I was going to do all this stuff. And so I was excited about 2020. How many people on here were excited about, see, Hot One said, I said 2020 vision. It was going to be my best year ever. I was going to make the more money than I had ever made in my life. I was going to do some things that I had never done. I was going to travel more. I was going to do more with the family. I was just going to live life. And it was going to be great. And then in March, I opened up my business. So it was like, okay, it took us 3 months where we finally said, okay, we did some build outs. We spent a bunch of money, tens of thousands of dollars on getting the building ready to open up, to do our grand opening. We already spent all this money on the building, we put all this money down. We spent all this money making our upgrades. And we opened up March 1st, 2020. And then COVID hit. And we had to close down March 20th, 2020, around March 20th. And so all of the things that I thought was going to happen ended up not happening. All of the things that I had planned ended up being, I won't say deterred, but I will say deferred. And so how many people who thought that you were going to be doing all of these great things, that you were going to live your best, this was going to be your best year ever, had a rude awakening? I mean, has been more deaths that I've seen this year than I had ever seen in my whole life. Two of my best friends, one lost their mom, another one lost their husband. I just lost my godmom, who I'm named after, Constance Campbell, due to COVID. They didn't die. They died of cancer, but my godmom died of COVID. So there are a lot of people that I know have passed away. And this has just been a really, really tough year. And I was thinking to myself the other day, and I was like, I can't even say that every year I'm optimistic about what's next year's going to bring. Every year I'm optimistic. And I'm always thinking, okay, this is going to be a better year than last year. This is going to be a better year. And I was just thinking the other day, I can't even say to myself that this is going to be a better year than it was last year, because this year has just blown my wig back. But then I look back at all of the accomplishments that we actually ended up making. Yeah, there were a lot of emotional setbacks, death in the family, just a lot of things that happened with the businesses and, loss of jobs. But still, all of the things that we were still able to accomplish in spite of everything that happened in 2020. And then I look at, even being on this broadcast, I just started being on here, Fly Nubian Queen, about a month ago. Even before that, I had another show that was birthed out of the pandemic, where I started, my co-host Rob and I, we started interviewing celebrities and became great friends with some of the celebrities. So we do a show called Conversation Starters Live every Friday. And that was birthed out of the pandemic. And then I said, you know what? People need to pivot. And we talked about that a lot this year. We got to pivot. We got to shift. But we have all these emotional scars. It's hard. And sometimes we get paralyzed. We get paralyzed in the stuff that's going on mentally, and then we can't move. And this is the first time in a long time where I feel like, even though, I've been able to do some other things where I was just kind of stuck. But I had to be intentional, and I had to say, okay, I have to do things differently. The cool thing is my business, even though, we're in real estate and everything got shut down, our business still grew financially. We still hired more people. We brought more people, we've been able to help more people. And I think about that. And so I had to get out of my mind. I had to get out of the negative self-talk that I had placed on myself because of all of the negative things that had happened. I stopped looking at all of the positive things that were birthed out of this time. And I hope and pray that there will never be a time such as what we have gone through in 2020. I pray that it won't, but we don't know. And so what I know for sure is that we got to look at these obstacles that we go through, and we got to utilize them and use them as opportunities. And what does that look like? Because a lot of people don't know how to use their obstacles as opportunities. A lot of people don't understand how to pivot when things happen and get out. Because we get stuck on stupid. We get stuck on start, and we never end up accomplishing what it is that we're supposed to be accomplishing. And we just kind of let life pass us by. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she's in her 50s. And she was talking about all the things that she had wished she had done when she was younger. And I said, well, listen, you still have breath in your body. You have breath, you good. You're still living. But she's like, Constance, I have more time behind me than I have ahead of me. And I feel like I can't accomplish what I always want to get accomplished. And I'm telling you right now is the perfect time. You've been set down. It's like God said, everybody sit down and let's rethink our lives. Because what we know is ain't nobody coming to save us. Think about this. This stimulus package that they just came out with. They're going to give you $600. Now, you could actually flip that $600 and make more money. You can actually take that money. But just think about that for a minute. You are a taxpayer. And let me just explain something to you. Poor middle class people are the ones who pay the most in taxes. Your millionaires and your billionaires are not paid. Jeff Bezos ain't even paying as much as you. Warren Buffett, his secretary pays more money in taxes than he pays. Understand? So they're not paying. They're not keeping the government afloat. So all these decisions that they're making in the higher ups comes from your money, tax-paying dollars. And they thought that you were worthy enough. You didn't lost your job. You didn't lost your family members. You didn't lost everything. And they thought that you were only worth $600, which breaks down in being $164. No, $1.64 a day is what the government said that you are worth after you've put everything, after you've given everything, after you put your blood, sweat, and tears. So understand this, my brothers and sisters, there is nobody that is coming to save you. You have got to save yourself. And how, and this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how do we save ourselves? I want to talk about the how. Because I'm not trying to tell you that, about doom and gloom. I'm not trying to convince you that there's no hope and there's no way out. I am, on the contrary, I want to let you know that there is, but you got to take your eyes off of the people who are pulling the strings, and it got to come back to you. I know a lot of times on this channel, we talk about reparations, which are absolutely due to us. We are absolutely due reparations. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We're due reparations. But if you hold your breath and you wait on that before you make a move, you'll never get anywhere in life. So what do we have to do? We have to be our own rescue. One of my mentors, George Fraser, he said, let me tell you something. White people, they're not thinking about you Black people. And I'm saying this in the most respectful way possible. They're thinking about their kids. They're thinking about their communities. They're thinking about their futures. And we as African Americans, we spend so much time thinking about what they're doing instead of thinking about our own households that we miss the mark. And we end up staying stuck on stupid, stuck at start. So what do? Sheila said, invest in stocks. Yes. But there's so many more things. There's so many different ways that we can do it. And I wrote an ebook on my website. If you go to ConstanceCarter.com, there's an ebook that I wrote. It's 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dreams. Because what I believe is that this COVID has placed more of an opportunity. Yeah, we've lost so much, but let's look at what we can do and how we can shift our mindsets to where we can make a difference. Donald Trump has been the best thing that has happened to Black people. Not because of his policies, not because of anything that he's done, but he's been the best thing that has happened to Black people because there has been a great awakening. Our eyes have been open to the bullshit. We have been seeing things that we had never seen before that have been happening behind the scenes that we have not been privy to. And only thing that Donald Trump is doing is he is showing their hands. That's all he's done the last 4 years. And so if we don't get a grip and see, okay, listen, they telling us what they doing. You see what Mitch McConnell is doing. You see what all the Democrats and the Republicans, they are the exact same party. They are working for the exact same people. That's the rich and the wealthy. They are not working for you. And so we've been so dependent upon of the government and the Democrats and these people to come and save us that we got to say, okay, it's time for us to save ourselves. How do we save ourselves? That is a good question. Because I'm going to talk to you about how do we save ourselves. First, we got to set some intention. And I don't know about how many of you guys have actually do your New Year's resolution. How many people here, and before you comment, I want to make sure that you're sharing this with all of your friends and family, because this is going to be important information, because we need everybody to shift their mindsets today for what's getting ready to happen. So whatever bullshit happened in 2021, everybody need to be prepared. So I'm about to give you some game and I'm about to drop some nuggets, but I need you to share this information. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share the link out. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and share this to all your friends and family, because they need to hear what's going on. I'm about to drop some game. So now me, just 10 short years ago, I was bankrupt, lost houses, lost cars. I lost everything. But for me, it was a restart. And so here today, I've been blessed to have created a business that's wildly successful, to have multiple revenue streams. And it doesn't really even come from me. It's everybody else giving me these great ideas. It's just me being around really, really smart people. You know, the gentleman that I have in the background who's putting up all of the words, a brilliant brother. He was on here last week. Brilliant. I'm around brilliant people like that, but I'm just an executor. And a lot of times we have a lot of you who have these brilliant minds, but you are afraid to execute because, number one, you're afraid to fail. You're afraid people will talk about you. You're even afraid to succeed, because what will happen if I succeed? Then there's standards. Then I got to step up to the plate, and then I can't be complacent no more. And then I can't be lazy. And then I can't just sit back and not do nothing, because I know what it takes in order to get there. You absolutely can have anything that you want. And I'm here to tell you, abundance is available for anybody who wants it. You just have to be willing to go get it. And the thing about abundance is everybody don't want it. So you ain't got to worry about not having enough, because everybody don't want it. But for the people who are under the sound of my voice, the people who are listening, the thousands of people who are logged on tonight, I know that you're here because you want abundance. And so we got to first recognize that nobody's going to come save you. Ain't no Superman. Stop thinking that the government's going to save you. Shit, I think Flint still got jacked up water, but we got a vaccine. We ain't got a cure for cancer, but we got a vaccine. I mean, you just look at the agenda and just look at what they're doing, and look what they've done historically over the time that we've been here in America. Look at what they've done to our people. Look at what they've done to our forefathers. They are not, the game ain't changed. And the sooner that we realize that the game has not changed, then we can start saying, okay, I got to look internally. But then that also requires personal responsibility. That requires you to get up off your hump and do what the hell you're supposed to be doing so that you can make it to the other side. Okay. So let's talk about what are some things that you need to do. First, you have to set intention. And what I mean when I talk about setting intention is just being intentional about whatever it is that you are going to do. What is being intentional? Getting your mind right. So let me give you an example. I'm an investor in a dispensary, and it was really a mind intention that got me that opportunity. Of course, somebody came to me and said, hey, Constance, there's an opportunity. But I set the intention that I wanted to invest in marijuana. And the reason why I wanted to invest in marijuana was because I said, wow, there's all these brothers and sisters that are doing life sentences for selling weed. Weed don't hurt nobody. I'm not a partaker, but it don't hurt nobody. And then you have these white men that are now coming in making millions, billions, and trillions of dollars on the same thing that Black people are serving time for. And I said, I want to sit at the table. And I thought about it, and I said, I set the intention so that when an opportunity is presented, I will be ready. I'll be ready to receive. So we have to set intentions on whatever it is that we want. So let's talk about it. How many of you, I think I mentioned, do New Year's resolutions? How many of you did a New Year's resolution last year that that didn't do anything, or that you were able to that nothing happened? So if you set goals in 2019 and 2020, because everything that happened, you weren't able to accomplish any of your resolutions. How many of you set resolutions, and put that in the comments box, and you weren't able to achieve your goals for 2020? And I'll tell you right now, my goals are in my phone, and I think I have about 22 goals, and I say them every day. I say, and we'll talk about it. But I would say that I probably accomplished maybe 4 of my goals for 2020, just because of all the things that have happened, right? But then if I look at it as a glass is half full, I've accomplished 4 of my goals. I didn't do all 22 of them, but I accomplished some, 4 of them. So Cassandra said she did a New Year's resolution. Sometimes we want to lose weight. We want more money. We want to start a business. So let's talk about, Trinetta, why you didn't follow through on your business. Hot One said he just got his EIN and his LLC. I meant to do it this time last year. So for those of you who set New Year's resolutions, but you didn't line up on them under them, I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down the 5 steps to manifesting all your goals. I want you to write down the 5 steps, and I'm getting ready to tell you. And for those of you who want to just put them in the comments box, come back later to them, you could do that as well. So the first thing you have to do, and like I said, setting that intention, but you have to visualize. You have to have a vision of what it is that you want. And I'm gonna always refer back to the Bible, because the Bible says, or that without a vision, my people will perish. So you have to have a vision for your life. So you have to have a vision of what 2021 is going to look like. And it may not, we might not, I'm a little gun shy right now. And I'll just be very honest, because 2020, it has, every year I'm thinking it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it, more than likely it does. I had not experienced anything like 2020, but yet I still was able to accomplish a lot of my financial goals. Some other stuff that happened is just like, whew. But I still am looking at the glasses half full. So visualize what you want your life to look like on December 31st, 2021. And I just want you to sit with that for a minute. What is my life going to look like on December 31st, 2021? I want you to put that in your head. Am I going to have a new business? Am I going to have a new house? Am I going to have a new job? Am I going to have money saved in the bank? What is it going to do for my family? What is it going to allow us to do? We're going to be able to go on more vacations, have a little discretionary income in the bank, to be able to do so many more things. So by December 31st, 2021, I am designing my life to look like this. And I want you to think about it. And then the second thing is, I want you to write down that vision that you just placed in your head. Because the Bible says, write down the vision and make it plain. So you're more than welcome to write it down here. You're more than welcome to write it down on your phone, because this is where my goals are. You're more than welcome to write it down on a piece of paper. But writing down the vision is going to be paramount to you actually executing the vision. So that thing that you just put in your head, now put it on some paper, or put it somewhere where you have it to where you can reference it. And write down today's date. Because I promise you, it wasn't 2020, but I've written some things down on my goal sheet, and I put some things down on my vision board, and I could not have imagined my life to be the way it is. And I designed my life the way I wanted it. And it was absolutely amazing. So write down the vision and make it plain. Then I want you, the third step is, you have to speak your goals and your affirmations as your affirmations. So I want you to say it out loud. And the way I do it is, my goals are on my phone. I speak them every day. They're part of my being. And let me tell you something about affirmations. One of my really good best friends, she works for me. And I remember one day she came into the office, and this is years and years ago. She came into the office and she said, Constance, I went to the amusement park this weekend with my family. And she was a little down in the dumps. And I said, okay, that's cool. She goes, yeah, but It was no fun. You know, she was heavy at the time. She suffered from diabetes. She had some health challenges. And she said, while everybody else was walking around the amusement park, I was sitting on the bench. I was like, really? Sitting on the bench? She said, I was sitting on the bench. And I just looked at my life and I thought, this is not what I want. My son, her son was about 5 or 6 years old. And she said, I want to be able to do stuff with him. I want to be able to play with him. I want to be able to grow with him, to grow old with him. And I said, okay. She was like, well, I don't know what to do, Constance. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give you three affirmations. And it was just that simple. And that's why I'm saying you have to speak your goals into the universe, because there's something that happens when it comes from the pit of your stomach to your throat out to the universe. There's something that happens in the universe. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Your words are prophetic. So what you say, it actually comes true in the universe, in real life. But you got to be willing to speak them out loud. So I told her to say 3 things. I said, I want you to say, I'm beautiful. I want you to say, I can do all things. And I want you to say, God loves me. And she was like, no, I don't want to do it because I don't believe it. And I was like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And she was like, And the cool thing about that is she trusts me and she was obedient to the process. So she did it that night. She did it that morning. She came in the office. I said, how'd it go? She was like, felt so stupid, but I did it anyway. Cool. Do it again. Did the next day. How's that? It didn't feel any better. But as she started doing it, it started becoming a part of her being. She started to actually believe the things that she was saying. She actually started to believe the affirmations that she was saying and she was putting out in the universe. She believed that she was beautiful. She believed that she could do anything that she set her mind to. And she believed that God loved her. She started to believe those things. And so when she started to believe those things, she started changing the way she did things. She changed the way she moved. If you see her today, you like, this is the same person who always used to want to hide. She wanted to be invisible. She didn't want to go nowhere. She didn't want to do nothing. She wanted to be in the back. Now today I see her on Facebook like, cute. You can't tell the girl she ain't cute. She ended up losing like 60, 80, 90 pounds. She's feeling better about herself. She's feeling good about her family. She's living her best life. And it came from her just doing these affirmations. It came from her just saying these 3 things that changed her mindset, and then it changed her life. So think about those things that are your goals that you've written down here, those goals, and I want you to speak it every single day. When you wake up in the morning, before your feet hit the ground, I want you to say those affirmations every single day. Now, remember, I'm going to be doing the Q&A on Constance Carter VIP. So next Tuesday, let's chat. Again, remember, I'm doing this for the community. I partnered with Boyce Watkins, and we are doing this for the community. For the first month, you get free. And I think it's some super cheap. I don't know. Not much. But to be able to invest in yourself in a way such as that's going to be life-changing for you. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal and professional development. I charge $2,000 to coach people. So to be able to get this at a nominal price, because we're doing this for the community, make sure that you subscribe. Because this is going to be, the things that we talk about are going to be life-changing. I love that the gentleman on here said that he just got his LLC and his EIN. That's beautiful, brother. So now let's get that business. But you have to have that foundation. And he's starting his foundation, which I love that. He got his LLC and his DUNS. Oh, actually, that's Elizabeth. She said she got her EIN, her LLC, and her DUNS number. That's beautiful. And those are the things that you need. Like when I bought my building, I got an SBA loan. I had to have all of those things and taxes and credit in order to be able to purchase. So the 4th step is you have to be willing to work it, right? Because faith without works is dead. So let me go through it again. Think it, write it, speak it, work it. So make sure that you are willing to put in the work, because you could talk. And that talking should be a reminder to get your ass in gear so that you can do the things that you need to do in order to, number 5, manifest. So visualize, write it down, speak it, work it. So work it, when I'm talking about work it, I'm saying, do a brain dump, write down all your, everything on in your phone, or just do a brain dump. You don't got to have it in any sort of organization. And then we start to look at, what does that look like? What is it that you need to do? And we do it by, how do you eat an elephant? Piece by piece. You're not going to take on the whole elephant, but you're just going to do little by little by little. This is what every single highly successful person does. They have a dream, they have a vision, they work it, they do affirmations, they tell themselves that they can do it, they believe that they can, they work it, and they receive it. So one of the things I want to do is I want to start a 21-day affirmation challenge, because affirmations are extremely important. We don't know what kind of hell we're getting ready to go into with 2021. We have no idea what's getting ready to come up. We don't know. But what we do know is that we still have the ability to change narrative to however we want to change the narrative to. We still have the ability to make it be whatever we want, because we've had all of these things that were thrown out, and a lot of us were still able to manifest. A lot of us were still able to make things happen, to create new businesses. Millionaires were birthed out of this pandemic. I was talking to my staff yesterday. They said, somebody said that she did a hashtag COVID winning, because for some, it's been the worst year of their lives. There's been a lot of loss. You got stuck holding the bag. You ain't got your job no more. What am I going to do? Oh, woe is me. But for some people, they were able to pivot. Okay, my job is gone. This is giving me an opportunity to start the business that I always wanted to start. And with the power of the internet, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, guys. I started my business like when you just had to just hustle and grit and grind, and like you could start an internet-based business and make so much money. I was talking to my sons yesterday, and my son, big baller shot caller, the one who has his stock class. Go to stocktipswithwarren.com. My son is making a bunch of money. Tipswithwarren.com. I'm gonna just put that in there. My 16-year-old son has made in the past 4 months over $7,000 trading, buying, selling, flipping stock. My 16-year-old son. And now he has a group that he's showing people how to do it. So he go to stocktipswithwarren.com, and he has a group that he's showing other people how to do the same thing. So if you're in Warren's group, he's in there all day. He's obsessed with it, and he's helping people, and they're making money and all that stuff, which is great. It's only $25 a month. And my baby's an entrepreneur. He's selling shoes. He's doing all this stuff, right? But what he was showing me yesterday, he was showing me YouTubers that were making 15, 20, $30 million a year on YouTube. And I'm like, what are they doing? Guys, what do I got to do? How do I sign up? And if you go to YouTube, you guys, it's people doing hella stupid stuff. I said, people are really watching this. They got 50 million subscribers, and they're playing video games. People are eating food. Kids are testing out toys. Somebody is playing basketball. This one guy is giving away money because he makes so much money on YouTube. He's giving away money. He's buying houses for people. So he just one guy had a competition. He bought 3 houses in this one area. He bought 2 million lights, and he had 3 families. And he said, if you guys take these lights, and whoever decorates the house the best, you get that house for free. He got that much money where because he's making all this money via YouTube. You could be a YouTuber and just build, and they didn't start out making a lot of money. They just start building their channel little by little by little by little. And they say it's stupid ass shit. I promise you. I'm like, why are you guys these kids are watching this YouTube? Just stupid stuff. But imagine what you can do online, like light bulb. There's so many things you can market. You don't have to have, a building. You don't have to pay nobody's rent. You could take that $600 stimulus, which is really a mother effing slap in the face. The $1.62 that you're getting a day, for the thousands of dollars that you put into this economy, the $1.62 that you're getting every day, you can take that $600 and you can invest it in an online business. Think about that. And I know that there are some people who are, living from pillar to post and need to pay their bills, and this is going to help supplement. That's fine. But there are things that you could do. So make sure that you subscribe to Constance Carter VIP, and we could talk further about it. You could also go to my website and download my ebook, because I give you ideas on what you can do differently. So I just want to, I came by today to tell you to allow 2021 to look different. Because we sure didn't know the hell that we were walking to in 2020. We didn't know what was going on. And 2020, actually, to be honest, 2020, again, it looks a lot differently than I thought it would look. But I have multiple locations. Just the year before, I think in 2017, I moved. My company was growing so fast that I moved from one office, and I had gotten to another office, and it was the office of my dreams. I had put $89,000 into this office, getting custom furnishings and just flipping it. And it was beautiful. And I wanted to stay there at night. I loved it so much. It was 2-story. It was like really urban. It was all these things. And I was there for a month and a half. And the city decided to come and condemn the building. I had just put all this money. I just paid all this rent. And $89,000, I'm out. Gone. And I still haven't gotten the money back to this day. And my business, we were homeless. We had nowhere to conduct business. We were operating for some months out of my church, who had a couple of small office spaces that were definitely smaller than this little space here, where 3 of us were sharing a desk. And we were just trying to figure out how we can make it happen. I had just put a whole ton of money. Then we were homeless for 6 months, and then we got into another space, which was another place that we rented. And I put a ton of money into that, getting that, suitable for my business. And I got down to a place where I didn't have no money. I didn't have nothing. And I remember seeing that bank account dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, because I was putting everything back into the business. And then we had to really start from scratch again. This was in 2017, and build that back up. And then just a couple of years later, so 2017, 2019, God blessed us to be able to buy a building. Now we not only have that, we have other locations. So while 2020 didn't quite look like I thought it would look, everything that we had going on, still blessed. The business is still grown. We've still expanded. We've still done, a lot of great things. But I thought we were going to do more. But this is where God wanted us. And the reason why I'm okay with that is because we didn't stop. We didn't give up. We didn't allow 2020 to allow us to be paralyzed in our fear. A lot of times, a lot of you have ideas in your mind that you really want to do, businesses that you're birthing, that you're pregnant with these businesses and that you're ready to birth. But you're afraid to launch because you're afraid to fail. Instead of you mask your procrastination as planning because you're afraid to launch. Let me say that one more time. You mask your procrastination. You say that I'm planning because you're afraid to launch. You want it to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look the greatest. The only thing that you have to really do is just do it. And so really, ideally, that's what needs to be done at this point. So 2022, let that be the birth of New Greenwood, the birth of a new Black Wall Street. Us investing with one another, practicing collective economics, helping one another build our businesses, being like these other communities that are helping one another, that are staying with one another, that are building with one another, that are investing with one another. Let us do the same thing. Medic Boy said 2020 was a year to find ourselves. And I really, really believe that's true. And so after we found ourselves in 2021, now we got to figure out what we're going to do with ourselves in 2021. Cassandra says she has many inventions, but no capital. If you go to my training, mywealthroadmap.com, I have a credit program. It's called Build Credit to Build Wealth. Is it in there? Where I talk about business credit. You can get business credit. You can get angel investors. You can get people to invest in your business. So you might not have the capital. And that's what most inventors do. That's what most business owners do, is they're raising capital. You can do a, what is it called? Where everybody pulls their money together. It's slipping my mind. And somebody put it in the chat box. Crowdfunding. You could do crowdfunding where everybody's coming together for the common. I remember, Layla Hathaway, I think one of her albums, she did it via crowdfunding. So people are utilizing this method to be able to really birth their ideas. So don't let your lack of capital prevent you from doing that. The SBA is giving out all kind of free money right now, still to this day, because of what's going on with COVID. They have all kind of grants available. Grants are coming into my mailbox all the time. So there are absolutely things that you can do. Don't let capital be the reason why you're not birthing your inventions. Cassandra said, what about Bitcoin? I'm not an investor in Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a little bit high when I started investing in stock, but I know that they're saying, Dr. Boyce knows a lot better than I do, but I know they're saying that's the wave of the future. So you still might want to be able to get in and get a portion of it. Neffy8 says, I'm challenged to try to build a website for my business. So we talked about that in our VIP, our Constance Carter VIP, and I gave the steps to how to build your website. If it's an e-commerce website or if it's not an e-commerce website, we'll talk about it. So, and I'm so glad that you guys are helping one another. SOS showbusiness@davidson.com can show you how to patent. So make sure you guys, this is a whole community. And I love the fact that you guys are all sharing with one another. And let's continue to do that, because that's what this community is about. That's what collective economics is about. Spending, it's about investing, but it's also about sharing the knowledge. And that's the biggest thing. The biggest resource we have is our knowledge. They try to say, if you want to keep something from a Black person, all you got to do is put it in the book. Well, we got the internet. We got more technology in the palm of our hands than they had when they put the man on the moon. So you have everything you need right here. All you got to do is GTS. Google that shit. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Make sure that, for all of our specials, text the word Queens to 31996. Text the word Queens so that you can get all alerts of what's going on with Fly Nubian Queen, and make sure that you've hit that subscribe button. Go over to Fly Nubian Queen on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure you're sharing out this information. I just dropped some game on you. Go to Constance Carter. Nobody works harder than Constance Carter. I also want you to go to my YouTube page and my Facebook page, and I want you to follow me on there too, and on Instagram. I am Constance Carter. Tomorrow, my boy Rob and I, we're going to be talking about relationship goals and Black love and relationship goals, because we want to talk about that going into 2021. Wealth is a holistic experience. It's not just about money. It's not just about financial. It's not just about, you being broke or you having abundance, but it's also that holistic experience about your spirituality. We'll talk about that. I don't care what religion you are. You got to know that there's something that's bigger than you. It's also about mental. And one of the things that we don't address in our community is mental health. And to be able to have that mindset that can keep you on track, to keep you going, is extremely important. The other thing is your wealth, your health, but also your family and love. And if we can build strong families, we can build a strong community, and we can build a strong nation. And so we want to make sure that we have holistic conversations with each and every one of you. Thank you again for tuning in with me. That's all I got tonight. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me.
Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Cadillac.